Be prepared because June 26, 2025 is not just another date on your calendar. It marks a subtle yet profound turning point, a moment suspended between dimensions where visible and invisible forces converge. While your physical eyes may not detect it, your inner being already senses the shift taking place. The atmosphere feels charged with potential. Silence carries deeper meaning. A new vibrational frequency pulses just beneath your conscious thoughts. Though the new moon has passed, its seeds remain, beginning to shake loose the foundations within. The inherited beliefs, the emotional residue. Their grip on you starts to weaken. This day isn't about doing or achieving. It's about becoming. The universe gently whispers, release. Let go of the burdens you've mistaken for truth. Release the identities shaped by survival rather than essence. What emerges now is pure, radiant, and untamed. You stand at the threshold of inner expansion, not through force, but through natural alignment. This isn't mere fantasy. It's a vibrational recalibration that strips away illusion and guides you back to your authentic becoming. The essential question isn't what action to take, but rather, can you listen deeply enough to remember your true nature? The gateway isn't external, it resides within. Enter not with your physical form, but with your conscious awareness. Before we delve deeper, I invite you to take 3 simple actions. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and type 777 in the comments section. Feel free to share this video with someone whose spiritual awakening you wish to support. Now let's explore further. Jupiter's joy. Perhaps what our world needs most right now. Authentic, deep-rooted, heart-centered joy. On June 26, a powerful celestial alignment occurs. The Sun, Moon, and Jupiter converge, their vibration touching all hearts. This conjunction is remarkably precise, occurring within a single degree, concentrated, intense, and potent. Such a close alignment creates ripples not just across the cosmos, but within our inner universe. Jupiter, known as Zeus in Roman mythology, represents more than divine power. It's the root of the word joviality, embodying joy itself. Jupiter brings both wisdom and enthusiasm, hope and vitality. It thinks expansively, feels deeply, and dreams without limits. Yes, it sometimes makes grand promises beyond its capacity to fulfill. Even Jupiter's physical nature tells a story. It's impossible to land on. There's no solid ground. It exists as a massive sphere of hot gases. Remarkably, it emanates more than double the light it receives from the sun, making it an abundant source of energy, constantly giving and expanding. This is why connecting with Jupiter's energy creates similar effects within us. Something expands inside, threatening to overflow as limitations dissolve. Yet this expansion isn't always serene. It can bring restlessness because Jupiter doesn't merely reveal potential, it magnifies it. While our dreams grow larger, so too can our fears, anxieties, and impatience. If you find yourself overwhelmed today, overthinking, or trying to accomplish everything at once, that's Jupiter's influence. The inner voice suggesting greater possibilities may feel constricting to your body and mind. Remember though, Jupiter serves as both catalyst and teacher. It whispers wisdom behind the excess. While filling us with hope, it reminds us of responsibility. True expansion emerges not from superficiality, but from deep meaning. As we experience this conjunction on June 26, we may feel called to live more fully, meaningfully, and authentically. This date reminds us that our imaginings aren't just possible, they already exist within us. Jupiter encourages. Allow it. Open yourself. Expand. But first, reconnect with what truly matters. During this time, you might feel somewhat disconnected from ordinary reality, floating in abstract thought. Your mind may suddenly flood with plans, visions, and grand hopes. However, this energy seeks not just to elevate, but to guide you with inner wisdom. Like Jupiter's lack of solid surface, this intuitive expansion defies description yet resonates within. Don't try to control it. Instead, collaborate with its flow, trusting that it reveals ever more. Sometimes this abundance can feel overwhelming. Jupiter's shadow aspects include excess, empty promises, chaos, and disconnection from reality. If you find yourself ignoring personal limits today, taking on too much or attempting everything at once, pause. Take a deep breath. This expansive energy should nourish, not overwhelm you. This celestial alignment expands not just your goals but your intentions. Who do you wish to become? Why seek expansion? Do you want to broaden your life or deepen its meaning? Jupiter's energy only truly guides when directed from the heart. Otherwise, you risk losing yourself in grandiose dreams and self-alienation. Today, listen more carefully to your inner voice. Choose quality over quantity. Notice what expands your soul. Perhaps this sky whispers, life calls you toward greater becoming, but this greatness resides within, not without. The Sun, Moon, and Jupiter currently occupy the first degrees of Cancer, separated by just 3 or 4 degrees, in close embrace. This conjunction represents more than celestial proximity. It offers opportunity for inner alignment. It signifies the convergence of emotions, consciousness, and belief at a single point. The Sun reflects our identity, the Moon our emotional memory, and Jupiter the areas we believe in and wish to expand. These 3 forces now share the same waters, moved by the same currents. This moment could mark a spiritual rebirth, though like any birth, it carries potential for pain. While one aspect of this conjunction radiates hope and light, the other reflects our ongoing challenges, as this energy simultaneously forms a square angle with Saturn and Neptune in early Aries. This configuration represents our internal struggle between dreams and limitations. Neptune offers intuitive visions, while Saturn reminds us of our responsibilities. Jupiter, caught between them, seeks expansion while learning boundaries. Recent weeks have been challenging for this reason. Uncertainty, disappointment, emotional fluctuations. Many sensed internal resolution beginning but couldn't yet understand its ultimate form. The second quarter of 2025 indeed marked an astrologically intense threshold. The Sun, Moon, Mercury, and Jupiter successively entered Cancer, creating tension with Saturn and Neptune. These aspects both disrupted old patterns and demanded new sensitivity. However, the most challenging energies now begin to fade. Though the squares remain, their most intense effects and messages have already manifested. Space now opens to recognize our learning from these conflicts and our internal evolution. Mars plays a crucial role here, as the Sun, Moon, and Jupiter form a supportive 60 degrees angle with Mars, positioned at 3 to 4 degrees of Virgo. This provides valuable supportive energy. Mars in Virgo expresses its warrior spirit through silence, carrying unwavering discipline and strategic clarity. In this placement, Mars moves deliberately and purposefully. Its gentle connection with the Moon in Cancer allows emotional intelligence to merge with physical action. This aspect suggests, feel, then act. Rest when tired, then plan. When broken, allow tears, then reorganize. Release the unnecessary, nurture the functional. When Cancer's nurturing, compassionate nature meets Virgo's practical, organizing energy, the result combines deep intuition with actionable determination. We may feel this internally. The desire to create order, the urge to return to long-postponed daily practices, living authentically without suppressing emotions, yet not being controlled by them. Mars's presence reminds us that transformation requires more than feeling. Intuitive awakening remains theoretical unless manifested through action. These days call for both insight and action. Perhaps launching a project, defining clearer relationship boundaries, or reconnecting with your physical self. While everyone's path differs, the message remains consistent. Advance with gentle determination. Yet this sky doesn't demand toughness. Rather, it suggests strengthening through gentleness. It reminds us that sensitivity isn't weakness, but an inner guidance system. It emphasizes productivity aligned with emotional awareness, building systems through intuition, creating new bridges between spirit and body. Even small steps taken during this period may yield significant results, as this sky favors small conscious actions over grand gestures. Managing energy, planning time, setting priorities, establishing compassionate boundaries, all gifts of this 60 degrees angle. Perhaps that's why this period whispers, you needn't suppress yourself to manage life. Simply recognize what no longer serves and gently release it. Everything else will carry you forward. Remember, even the stormiest skies eventually clear, but your inner sky never forgets your response. This week, hear, feel, and honor the simple yet powerful harmony the heavens offer, for this is a time of rebuilding. The Sun, Moon, and Jupiter gather at the same celestial point in early Cancer. This rare, precious alignment brings together soul's deepest desires, mental clarity, and divine vision. Something rises from within, an unnamed feeling, an undirected purpose. Yet this gentle illumination comes with challenge. Saturn and Neptune remain in early Aries, maintaining their square aspect with this conjunction. Though pressure has eased and the intense breaking point has passed, the effects of those squares linger, particularly the emotional turbulence of recent weeks. Questions about identity and future clarity emerged from these challenging aspects. Did you experience disappointment, exhaustion, loss of purpose? These energies didn't squeeze you by mistake. Saturn tested while Neptune confused, revealing truth through indirect means. Now fresh energy enters the sky. The Sun, Moon, and Jupiter form supportive, meaningful connections with Mars. Currently in early Virgo, Mars emits a special frequency. Here, Mars works quietly, precisely, patiently, attending to details. Yet it maintains one clear focus: achieving results. This 60 degrees angle with Jupiter builds a bridge between imagination and action. The Moon brings emotion, the Sun energy, Jupiter vision, and Mars manifests these in reality. This harmonious aspect whispers, feeling time has passed, action time arrives. This action isn't forced but rises naturally from within. The next step becomes clear as body, heart, and intuition align in knowing. Moreover, this aspect offers healing for the weary soul. The Sun's harmony with Mars brings restoration, not depletion. Though strength may have diminished, recovery potential remains high. This aspect provides space for physical and spiritual renewal. Notably, this new moon doesn't just initiate new beginnings. It returns you to self-made promises, unfinished intentions, fading dreams. The Sun-Moon-Jupiter trio moves beyond challenging squares. Fog lifts, breakthrough occurs, light penetrates the cracks. This sky sends divine guidance. Take small but meaningful action. Perhaps have an honest conversation, start a project, or focus on physical well-being. Whatever you choose, act with today's energy, because this new moon brings luck, not external fortune but reward for inner effort, for endurance through struggle. This sky acknowledges, I witnessed your fatigue, yet saw your persistence. Now claim your power, now direct your life. Many reach turning points now. Though quiet and undramatic, these shifts run deep. Subtle changes occur beneath the surface. A quiet voice speaks. Previous patterns no longer serve, not because they were wrong, but because you've outgrown them. True transformation often arrives quietly. Sometimes it manifests as simple knowing that changes everything. You speak of releasing what doesn't serve, but are you prepared for what departs when you do? Are you ready for what falls away when you release your former self? When you declare readiness, life responds by removing whatever misaligns with your evolution. This requires more than courage. It demands trust and presence. Yet remember, whatever leaves now was never meant to remain. Not in this version of you. You're not losing people, habits, roles, or dreams. You're releasing density. You're releasing outdated stories, making space for brighter possibilities. What once felt familiar now feels heavy. Former comforts feel constraining, signs of evolution. Your energy shifts before your mind comprehends. Some days may feel like breaking, like unraveling. But you're not falling apart. You're opening up. Everything that opens receives more light. You're not being punished. You're being repatterned, realigned, remembered. If you feel off, tired, disoriented, emotionally raw, there's reason. You're not sick or lost. You're being rewired. Energetic recalibration manifests as physical symptoms: ear ringing, chest pressure, headaches, exhaustion waves. Your system adapts to hold unprecedented light as your soul expands into your body in new ways. This isn't burnout. It's breakthrough. Self-recognition may fade. That's natural. You've left your former self but haven't fully become your future self. This in-between space, undefined, transitional, unknown, holds sacred potential for transformation. Though others may not understand your experience, you're not alone. Across the globe, others feel similar pulls, hear similar calls, shed similar layers. You're not crazy, broken, or behind. You're awakening. This new moon carries profound significance. Though appearing as a dark, quiet moment, it holds frequencies of deep remembering. It asks you to look inward for clarity rather than outward. This moon cares not about your past, but about your potential becoming. When questioning its effect, the answer comes not in words but in feeling, a bone-deep resonance, an eye flicker, a thought pause, something gentle, ancient, personally yours. Though you may lack visible guides or community, an unseen web connects you to others on this path. As you release, your authentic voice emerges more clearly through the noise. Your purpose isn't to be everything to everyone, but to remember your frequency, your truth, to walk your path authentically, without comparison or delay. You needn't have all answers. Stay awake, present, gentle. This moon comes not to test, but to reveal truth. Remember, your body is sacred, your emotions valid, your intuition trustworthy. Trust your alignment sense, even without logical explanation. The past dissolves as the future forms, but power resides in present moment awareness. Being authentically yourself matters more than doing more. Let false versions dissolve. Let noise fade. This new moon asks not for becoming, but for remembering your essential nature. Close your eyes. Listen. Feel. Let your next chapter write itself through energy rather than mind. You're not broken but blooming. Having crossed the threshold, you've felt endings trembling and beginnings silence. Build truth in that space between. July begins thus, not with noise or goals, but with alignment. July asks not for speed, but for honesty. This month favors rooting over rushing, proving, or fixing. Current plantings, energetic, emotional, spiritual, influence the year ahead. This pause precedes momentum, birthing clarity. For guidance about what's next, consult your reflection, not your calendar. You are what's next. Your boundaries, beliefs, presence initiate new beginnings. This month, speak for truth rather than understanding. Choose simplicity over drama, depth over distraction, wholeness over perfection. Let soul guide, body rest, heart soften. July's power emerges from self-alignment. The world shifts to meet your authentic self. No need to rush toward it. If you feel quieter, more inward, more selective with time and energy, that's wisdom, not withdrawal. July invites deep self-connection and listening. Quiet growth holds power. Rest remains movement. Not all power needs visibility. Let this month mark choosing over chasing, embodying over explaining. Your worth needs no proof, only living. Coming energy flows soft but precise, requesting honesty, presence, wholeheartedness. Fully embrace your unfolding. Trust what's meant to remain will stay. What's meant to leave will go, leaving only truth. This is your time, not for everything, but for authentic being. Clear, gentle, unapologetic. July begins with your truth. Everything else follows.